Greetings, and welcome to you all. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you all had a very rewarding and refreshing Thursday. So, this is Rob Mccray for the Business Building Network, welcoming you to our first edition of the Come Up. This is going to be the first of what we hope will be many interview sessions where we're going to be bringing on different business owners from around the globe, and they're going to be sharing their experiences and their tips with you guys to show you some of the things that they had to go through and endure in order to create a very successful business. And we hope that this is going to inspire you to do the same. So we have a couple of guests, a couple of entrepreneurs that are with us now. But before I bring them out, I just want to share this out on a couple of more networks, and we can give everybody else a chance to come on board before we get started for this evening. All right, so guys, just give me a second. I'm going to share this out, and we shall get started after that. Looks like we lost Tina. You know what happened? You get a call, it dropped you out. All right, hold on, let me see. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys back on in a second. Just sharing it out real quick.
Okay. I'm actually a little nervous now.
Don't be nervous.
I think it's just anxiety. Once I start talking, I should be all right.
Greetings, and welcome to you guys. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be getting started shortly. I just want to share this out and give a chance to a few more people to jump on board before we get started. So as you're coming on board, just leave us a comment. Let us know where you're checking in from so we can give you a shout out and acknowledge you.
I know one of the guys that always follows Brother Rob. Baby. Come on, wake up, Nick, wake up. That's probably just the intro.
Oh, pray what?
A prayer.
Oh, okay.
So y'all don't be scared. Feel like $1 I'm nervous. Lord.
Greetings, family. Welcome to the live stream, the first edition of the Come Up. We're going to be getting started shortly. Just want to share this out real quick.
What if I do have Martin did Gina that time? On the show. You hear me, sis?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I do my husband like how Martin did do that time. It's silent.
All right. Brother Eric and Sister Nicole.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys able to share it out to your pages?
Let's see. I shared it out earlier.
Well, I don't want to lose you. If you can't, don't worry about it.
You want us to share it out again?
The actual live.
Let's see if I
You shared it
can.
already?
Yeah, I shared it out earlier, not the live, but I shared the.
Oh
Yeah, I
God.
want you to share the live out if you can. If not, I'll do it now. Want me to do it?
Yeah, you might want to do that because
Okay.
I ain't gonna pretend here. I'm not too tech savvy.
Oh, I don't have
Ooh, the blood. I gotta stop yawning though. Mm. I started to have a cup of coffee.
no here in the cup of coffee. No, no.
What you say? You just saw her.
All right. So share that on your page. All right. Looks like we lost Tina again.
No, Miss Tina, come back.
T, you out there? You get cut off again? All right. All right. So she'll be coming back in. So guys, let's get started. So once again, my name is Rob Mccray for the Business Building Network. Thanking you guys for joining us for this Thursday edition of the Come Up. And like I was saying previously, this is going to be an ongoing session where we're going to bring out fellow entrepreneurs from various parts of the world, and they're going to be sharing some of their strategies and tips that they have used to build up their businesses in an effort to help you that are looking to create your own business. It's going to inspire you, encourage you, and show you some things that you need to be aware of if your desire is truly to create a business for yourself. And in going through this pandemic and these times that we're facing now would be the perfect opportunity for each and every one of you to create some type of business for yourself. Reason being, as you can already see, there are a lot of restrictions on us as far as being asked to stay home. Many of us have to work from home,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of us have actually lost our jobs. So it is paramount that you take that initiative to create a financial income for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you will not be dependent on somebody else to create financial stability
We just have a
for
second.
yourself and your families. So that has been a big inspiration for us in doing what we're doing now and to have this ongoing in the coming weeks. So we just want to encourage you guys, share some tips with you on what it all means to have your own business. So let me introduce our guest for this evening. So first, to your far right, we have Tina Thomas from the Loving Arms Foundation. Can you
Hi.
hear us, Tina?
Hello.
Hi, Miss Tina.
Hey.
And in the middle of your screen, up there hiding, is Eric and Nicole Young from Integrity Cleaning Services.
Hey
All
guys.
right, all right. All right, if you guys can pull in a little closer so we can see
I'm
your beautiful
trying.
faces.
You know I'm not a
Don't be
cat.
camera shy. All right, all right.
Yeah.
So yes, like I've stated, this what we're doing here. We want to help you guys. For those of you that aspire to have your own business, we just want to share some experiences with you about other business owners, and hopefully you can connect with some of these entrepreneurs and tap into their resources and find out exactly what it is that you want to do, because some of them that are going to be coming on are doing the businesses that some of you may have a desire to do. And hopefully by bringing them on and they're sharing their experiences, it
Mm-hmm.
will give you the proper insight that you need to go ahead and start your business.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to start it off by asking these entrepreneurs some questions about their business and some of the experiences they have had. But before we do that, we want to start off by learning a little bit more about their actual background and their upbringing. And because, that was the actual building block or the time in which they were in training for this particular time here. As we were kids, we didn't realize it, but we were being groomed for what the future was going to present us with. And now that we're here in the present time, and many of us have created our own businesses, that was just a training grounds for us. So Tina, let's start off with you. So tell us a little bit about your upbringing, what your childhood was like. Were you in a single parent home? How many siblings?
Okay.
Economic status, and your education level.
Okay. So I've always had my mom and stepdad, right? And
Okay.
we moved to Hillside when I was from Newark, and we moved into Hillside when I was 11. We were
Uh-huh.
considered at that time middle class. I have, with our blended families, I have 5 brothers and 4 sisters. And I'm
Wow.
like right, yeah, I'm right next to the oldest out of the siblings. And for me, I was the one who did the cooking, the cleaning, the nurturing.
Mhm.
And so, of course, when you're young, you don't realize that you are definitely preparing
Yes.
yourself for the future, and it's just happening. And so the funny thing
Yep.
is that now I cook all the time. I cook for people all the time, and I love doing it. Sometimes people say, "Oh, I love to work out, and that really relaxes me." That's my time. I don't like to shop. I like to cook, and so
Okay.
it was pretty good growing up in Hillside at some point. But one of the things that I really wanted to do in terms of helping people was being able to give back, because when we started to have hard times, and there were lots of them as well, we didn't have food to eat. We didn't have
Yeah.
there were a lot of things that we didn't have. And so now if you open up my refrigerator, you wouldn't believe how much stuff is in there. But for those who are hungry, for those who are in need, I like to be a blessing to them.
Amen.
And
Amen.
you definitely are. Definitely are.
Amen.
So Tina, what was your final education level? Any college involved?
Yes, I went to Union County College and St. Peter's College. Didn't graduate, but I went to
Okay.
both of those schools. Hmm.
Okay. And what did you take up in college?
In Union County College, business, and actually the same. I'm thinking about that. Actually, at St. Peter's, the same thing. It's in
Okay.
business.
Very good. Okay. All right. So let's switch on over to Nicole Young from Integrity Cleaning Services. Nicole, same question for you. What was your childhood and upbringing like? Um, your family status, your siblings, single parent, both parents, education level, all that good stuff.
I came from a pretty big family as well. My parents were married for a number of years. There was 4 of us in the household, 6 of us total.
Okay.
And my parents started out doing very well. My mother was an executive for Citibank before they became Citicorp.
Okay.
And for my twin and I, life was good in the beginning, but then,
Oh,
drugs
you got a
came.
twin.
Yeah, I'm a twin. Yeah,
I
there's
never knew
another.
that.
Yes, I'm a
Okay.
twin. So it was good for us, but by the time my little brothers got here, drugs had came into my parents' marriage, and they separated, and the living conditions got lower and lower. So they never got to see, how we started out living, which was really well.
Right. Right.
And so just a lot of hardship, a lot of ups and downs. My parents remained separated for many years, and then came back
Okay.
together after I had a child as a teenager,
Hmm.
because I had a
Wow.
terminally ill little brother. And so my father was struggling to take care of him. So they came back together, and, you know, um, So yeah, I mean, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of transitioning, a lot of moving around, but grew up in Asbury Park. I mean, I grew up in the same city, but we moved around a lot. Um, saw a lot. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so that's, you know.
All right. All right. Any college?
Yes, I did go to Brookdale. I did not finish,
Okay.
and I also went to nursing school. So when I went to Brookdale, I studied social work, but I started out in nursing. My first love was nursing.
Okay. Okay.
I was a CNA and home health aide for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone to nursing school, but then my husband and I, we had experienced some hardship. We ended up in a shelter, and it just wasn't realistic for me to continue school. Like I needed to work. And I
Right.
was in an accelerated program, so it was like kind of like the full-time job at that time. So, and I had attempted to go back, but you know, just the funding was just not there. But I've always
Right.
been in the
Okay.
service industry, working with people. You know, that's all I've really known.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very
Mm.
good. And brother Eric over there hiding out.
Mhm.
Same question to you, brother. What was your upbringing like?
Uh,
Your siblings, single parent, both
yeah.
parents, and the college.
Yeah. I grew up in a single family household. Um,
Okay.
I was raised by my mother. Um,
Mhm.
we was, on welfare, you know,
Okay.
and times was hard here and there, but God always made a way for us. My mother
Amen.
babysitted as well,
Okay.
for a living, and
Hmm.
hmm, money was tight, you know,
Always. Always.
and didn't have much, and
Right.
I have six brothers.
You know, so it's like 80.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I got six brothers and four on my father's side.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I come from a very big family. Youngs,
Okay.
Cunninghams.
he's the baby.
Yeah, yeah, I'm the youngest on both sides. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Wow. Wow. How about
And
that?
and
Awesome.
I went to East Orange High. I finished high school.
Okay.
Um,
Right.
and then after East Orange High, I worked and then I got laid off. And that's one of the that's one of the experience I have far as cleaning.
Okay.
I had a job doing janitorial work,
Really. Okay.
stripping, buffing floors,
Okay.
cleaning out the
You went
bathrooms,
to trade school.
classrooms. Yeah, and then I got laid off, and then after I
Hmm.
got laid off, I went to trade school, and unemployment
Oh,
paid for it.
oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I learned like maintenance work, basic electrical wiring,
Hmm.
painting, sheetrock, um, plumbing, things like that. Uh, just a jack of all trades, master of none.
I got you.
Yeah, and
Okay.
But he did have scholarships to college.
yeah, and I also in high school I played football.
He was a boxer.
All right.
Yeah, I played football. I had scholarships to play football,
Very good.
and unfortunately I didn't go. Then again, didn't get in no trouble or nothing like that. But I
Right.
thought I was missing something out in the street. I like to hang out late. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. We
And
all been through that.
yeah, and I also, I was an athlete. I used to box as well.
Oh
I
yeah.
won,
Okay.
yeah, I won the diamond gloves and things like that.
Wow. Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
that's about it.
okay. That's good. That's good. So the reason why I wanted you guys to address that, talking about your childhood and your upbringing, is because we want to, encourage and inspire everyone out there, no matter how rough their life has been throughout the years. you're still going to be able to make it out here and make a difference and make an impact and be very successful in
Yes, sir.
anything that you choose to do, as long
Yes,
as you
sir.
remain focused and you are committed to your own success.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Tina, coming back to you, let's talk about um, some of your work experience and what jobs have really prepared you to start your own business.
I've always had one job, and while I've had worked for different companies, I've always been an administrative
Okay.
assistant and executive secretary, which is so funny because when I was a young child, I wanted to be a secretary, listening to Carol Burnett, watching Carol Burnett. It's true, and I wanted to be a secretary, and
Okay.
I'm a secretary. I've been on my job now for 21 years. Prior to that, 8 years, but
Wow.
I've always had long-term jobs, and so this is
Okay.
now a career for me. I work with executives, and it's really helped to make me very organized. I pay
Okay.
very good attention to detail, and so when you are
Mhm.
going through your business, when you're trying to start your business and get things going, those are key components.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right, Nicole, how about you? What job experience have you had that has prepared you to have your own business,
I think
if any?
the current position that I'm in now, I've been on this job for about 5 years. I started out as a direct
Hmm.
support professional, and the experience was just great because I worked for someone, and she was younger than me, but I worked for her, and
Okay.
I don't let that go to my head. I'm not that type of person. But I appreciated
Hmm.
that she trusted me, right? She saw something in me. She always trusted me. I was kind of like her right hand. So with that being
Okay.
said, like I said, coming from nursing, there's not really any place to go from nursing. Like nursing is just what it is. It's just that field.
Mhm.
So, but then being in this field,
Right.
I'm working in the day program, and with my job offering room for advancement, I kind of pushed for that. So I started, kind of
Okay.
learning what she did day to day administratively. Um, you know, Learning how to work the different programs that we use. Um, you know, she would send me, like, I would get a proxy for her in meetings and things sometimes. She would show me how to put together the DVD documents, help me to understand everything that, I showed the interest. And so she made the
Right.
investment, right? And then,
Okay.
just the fact to see that she trusted me and really relied on me, it really kind of just pushed me um, to just kind of excel and go above and beyond. It took me out of my comfort level. You know what I mean? Because again, like I said, nursing is what it is. You learn,
Right.
you learn these skills, these policies and procedures, and this is how we practice. Whereas this
Hmm.
position, and I'm now a program manager, um, it kind of, it comes with a lot of ups and downs. So you have to be able to, kind of think on your feet. You have to be able to multitask. You have to be flexible, which is a bit
Right.
of a struggle for me. But it's been a great experience, and I've experienced God in a different way through the position as well. Because
Mm.
again, it was totally new to me. Going in meetings and kind of being like, what was the word I used the one time? The first time I had to like send out like this mass email. We had an individual that had like a behavior, and it was like all these phone calls I had to make, this paperwork, this report I had to write up. And everybody didn't really take my decision well, but at the end of the day, I did what was best for this individual. And
Right.
but it was like I had to be like, it was like public relations. Like I had to, make sure I said everything, in the right tone. I didn't offend anybody. I mean, it was crazy. I'm like, oh,
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
Like I don't really like, So, but again, but over the years, I've really, just kind of honed, my craft, so to speak. Toned it down
Right.
a bit, and it works. It works. It's a pleasure to serve our individuals. I've made good connections with the people that I work with. I am
Okay.
respected. My opinion is,
Yes.
and it's counted for. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I I kind of began to see myself in a different light. So, like, what I'll say real quick, and then I'll stop. When I took on the task of nursing, right, I came into it. I was a young mother.
Mhm.
And at that time of my life, I really had something to prove, like, because I had a lot of stuff working against me. I was fighting to get my son out of the system because I was a young mother. They said, "Oh, you can't raise your son," right? So when I took on nursing, it was like I had something to prove. And although I grew to love it, in this position, there was nothing else to prove except who I was. It wasn't that I was proving it to
Right.
anybody else. It was just proving who I was, and I didn't have to have nursing to be somebody. You know what I mean? I didn't have to have that so-called name to be somebody, but I could step out
Yeah.
of my comfort and do something different and still be somebody.
Amen.
So that's what that was for me.
Your name's going to speak for itself.
That's
All
right.
right. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so let me just say hi to our guests. They're commenting. I apologize to you all for not responding. So I want to say good evening to my brother, Derek Battle, who's always out here supporting. Appreciate you, brother, for that. Sister Connie, she's checked in. Good evening. Good to see you as well. Sister Evelyn is also out here with us. Good evening to you, sis. And my sister Harfa. Parsley, good to see you. Good evening. I hope I didn't butcher your name up too bad there. Please forgive me. But welcome to you all, and thank you all for joining us for the first session of the Come Up, as we're going to have different business owners come on and speak about their business experiences and give you guys some tips and share their experiences on what they've gone through in building their business. All right, so let's get back to Brother Eric.
Yes.
Same question for you, brother. Tell us about your work experience and how it has prepared you for the business that you're in now.
Well, the majority of my businesses was like being either a custodian or a maintenance worker. Um, I worked for
Okay.
I worked for the Board of Ed in Little Silver Board of Education in South Jersey, and also I worked for
Hmm.
Cerebral Palsy North Jersey, uh, and also I'm working for Bridgeway right now. I do housekeeping and a lot of
Okay.
basic cleaning the bathrooms, mopping, like cleaning the stairways, sweeping and mopping the stairways, wiping down the walls and things like that. That's basically the things that
Okay.
got me ready for the business.
It's just what he does.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
All
what I
right.
do.
Cool. Cool.
Like a trade.
That's my
That's
specialty.
what he do.
And
My
this is
man.
such humility.
Good
Yes.
evening, Sister Tammy. Good to see you as well.
He does it with such grace.
All right. All right. Okay. So moving right along. All right. So the opposite end of the spectrum. So what job aggravated you so bad that it motivated you to start your own business? We're not going to say any names of companies, but just tell us a little bit about that experience. We'll start with you, Tina. Let me bring you on. All right.
Because I have a nonprofit organization, things are a little different for me.
Mhm.
I don't have to have I never had to have a job where someone aggravated me because I still work. I'm still able to run my nonprofit while
Yes.
working, and things are good. So I can't
Right.
really. That doesn't really apply to me.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. Sister Nicole, how about you?
Well, I'm going to speak for both of us.
No
Um,
comment?
whew, listen. So for
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I have been fortunate where I've faced some adversity, but nothing like what I have seen this man go through. Oh my gosh. When I tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
this, like, seriously, this man, when we ended up on this side, because I'm from the shore, I'm from the Jersey Shore, I'm from Asbury Park. He grew up in Newark and East Orange. So we met, we
Right.
married. He got this job that moved us out this way. And they begged this man, like, look, we want you, They wanted him to be a super. They begged us to come out here because I was going to school and working. And, my husband came home and was like, look, they really want me on the property, because that's part of the job. You're the super, you have to live here. Mm-hmm. And we get there 6 months later, they tell this man he's not qualified to do his job. Like, what? Yeah. Like, are you serious? Like, and it's almost like, the things they said, the things they said, when I tell you, oh my gosh, you cannot make it up, the things that this man has been through as a man. Yeah. It must be like, I pray for him constantly. We have gone through so much with the adversity that he faces on these jobs. Like, I mean, yeah. Words can't even describe what we've gone through. The one lady asked my husband if he could read. What was the one? And it's almost like it's a 2-year curse or something. It's like 2 or 3 years. It's like, oh, you got to go, and they can never give any real explanation because he shows up for work. He's always on time. You cannot make this man miss. Like, I have to literally tell him, like, honey, that's what PTO is for. Maybe you should take the day off. I really make like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he goes above and beyond, but he's always been a dreamer, always been striving for greater. That's not been my story. I've always, I came from a family, we worked, and that's how you got ahead. But he's always been a dreamer, and, having, gone through all the transition, and then, our ministry has made a big impact on our life, where our apostle pushes us as, he's like, look, you got to get a business. You got to have something with your name on it. Cause, like, he really pushes that. And, finally, after being under our leadership for, I guess, about almost 5 years with them as well, we're finally on the same page, because I see, and I know that it's so much deeper than just, it really is a spiritual battle that we face every day. Yeah. And when you're working under these people, they have this idea that they've given you something. But just like Christ said, I have the power to lay my life down and pick it up. And it's the same thing in the work environment. You're not giving me anything that God didn't ordain. So I just feel like at this point, we've come to this place because we had to be here. We're late getting here with the time coming, but we're here now.
Amen.
Hey, better late than never. That's all I can say. So, Brother Eric, anything you want to add on to that?
Yeah, basically, she's right, Brother Rob. I had to deal with a lot of jealousy. Yes. I'm not bragging or nothing, but I come to work, and majority of the time I know more than the supervisor. And every time I work, and like, I guess they feel like I outdo the supervisors sometimes, every time I work, they look at me as a threat. Yeah. And then after that, they feel that I know too much. I know just as much as them. I guess they think maybe I could take their position. And then they figure out a way to try to get rid of me.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, that's one of the struggles that a lot of us has to endure when working for someone else.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. So let's talk about, when did you start your business and why? So Tina, let's start with you.
Okay. So October 2014, I started the Loving Arms Foundation. The reason why, there were several reasons. So I always wanted to help, and I didn't know exactly how I wanted to help. And so I started by giving people food that lived on the street near where I work. I work downtown Newark. And it seemed like as I started to help and I started talking about it, it motivated people. So I found out that people want to help oftentimes, but they don't know how. And so so that's where I kind of came into play. And so I decided to get the whole thing started. I sat down with my daughter and we said, we have to come up with a name. We have to come up with a name. And it initially started to be the Open Arms Foundation. And when I went on to, when I went on to the state of New Jersey's website, that was actually taken. And so the Loving Arms Foundation is what it is. And that is just very appropriate for what I do.
Yeah, I love that a whole lot better than Open Arms.
So do
Definitely. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So Nicole and Eric, when did you start your business and why?
It was about a year ago. It's almost been a year.
A year ago.
But you know, he's got 10 years experience. He's done some we've always worked in the churches that the ministries we've been a part of, so we've always been the ones that kept up the cleaning and the maintenance and stuff like that. He's had some private some private work. He's always been one that people have called on to do, cleaning. Like I said, he's a jack of all trades. So he does like painting, a lot of different things. So again, he's just gifted in that way. So it's always been a part of him. Entrepreneurship has always been something that he's done. I've just come on board and I'm like, okay, just trying to support him administratively. So, because like I said, that's what I do from the position that I'm in. So yeah. So he's got 10 years experience and, and we're just coming up on a year that we've actually been integrity cleaning.
All right. Very good. Very good. And yeah, it's very important and vital that you be that support for him. That's going to keep him going through these rough times. So, we all need that. So it's very important that you continue to do that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. All right. So the next question for you guys is, what services is it that you provide? So Tina, let's go back to you.
So I provide a lot of services. I provide care to the community, and with providing care, it depends on the need of the family. So if a family needs food or clothes or furniture, if they need to raise money for certain things, or sometimes they may just need resources, but whatever it is, I work on trying to make things just a little easier for them. And so I work with some shelters, some homeless shelters. I've done some things, and so I live in Hillside, and I do a lot of things in Hillside. I work in Newark. I do most of things in Newark, and so I've done some things in Plainfield, and so I branch out wherever the need is when I find that there's a need. And at some point, I would like to be able to service anybody in the state of New Jersey.
Okay, excellent. And yes, let me tell you guys, Tina is really a workhorse. I mean, she's just like the Energizer bunny. She just keeps going and going. Whenever people call her or contact her and say they have any type of issue, she's Johnny on the spot. She's going to go out there and make it happen. She's going to get the resources for them, whether that be food, clothing. And she's also looking to get a building for her organization so she can be able to provide shelter for some people as well. So these are just some of the things that she does. I'm going to bring up her actual website so you guys can connect with her. And if you want to volunteer or donate to her organization, you can go ahead and do so by going to her website. Let me just pull that up real quick. 1 second. Yeah, she just has a remarkable organization that she has, and her team, they really come out and they support, and they do whatever is needed to make sure everything is covered within her Loving Arms Foundation. Okay. So the link to the website, I'm going to be posting that momentarily, is the Loving Arms. Well, let me say not the, it's lovingarmsfoundation.org. Loving Arms with a S, foundation.org. All right. So that is her actual website you're seeing on the screen now. I'm going to post a link for that in a minute. Okay. So let's get over to you guys, Eric and Nicole. So same question. What services do you guys provide?
Basic cleaning like sweeping floors, mopping floors, cleaning windows, um, sinks, basic, toilets and sweeping down stairs.
Mhm.
Um, that's about it, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I targeted
All right.
market. We do post construction cleanup,
That too, yeah.
Okay.
housekeeping,
Mhm.
um, private businesses like, like banks, after hour banks, local community buildings, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. And like we talked about yesterday, something that you guys really should start promoting is that you're going to be able to come into people's homes or workplaces and disinfect, especially with this virus going on. So that
Yeah.
is something huge for you guys that you really need to, start to initiate and put the word out about that. You
Hmm.
know. All right. Okay. All right. So the next question is, what communities do you service? What areas can we find you doing your work? Tina?
I answered that question already.
Oh, that's right. You did. You did.
I
Okay.
did.
You said Newark, Hillside, and Plainfield?
Plainfield, yeah, and I again want to venture out to other communities that may need the service.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Eric and Nicole, what areas do you service?
We do Hillsborough, Bridgewater, Manville.
So
Hmm.
right now, Somerset County,
Yeah.
we're serving Somerset County, Middlesex, some of Union,
Hmm.
just kind of like our immediate area right now.
Okay. Okay. So are you guys looking to expand on that?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
All right. All right. So let's talk about how long did it take to get your actual business registered and set up before you can actually open and start the business? Tina?
For me, I actually started the business before I got registered, just
Mhm.
because there was a big need, but it didn't take any time to get the business up and running. I went to the state of New Jersey's website. I was able to find name my business. Um, I registered as a nonprofit. I was able to get everything that I needed. So, I had
Okay.
I mean, everything was so easy. I thought though that the tax ID number, I thought that would have been something that was free, because normally it is, but not for nonprofits. So if anybody's listening that has a nonprofit organization, you definitely have to pay for your tax ID if you are nonprofit. I
I never
believe
knew that.
yeah, I believe the cost was under $200. You can pay it
Wow.
online. Yeah. As opposed to it being free, because I had a catering business that was free. So I thought the same thing until I went through the process. But yeah, so it got set up and it was like I was ready to roll. You are actually able to print your certificates while you're online, and they mail you the originals in the mail. But yeah, that was basically it. And then like I said, I had already started. And then the next step for me was to obtain my 501c3. And so
Okay.
I was looking for a company, lawyers, person, someone who would be able to assist with that. And I looked up and found the organization that was able to do that. It took maybe six months, maybe, to get that whole thing going.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the process was. I didn't know what the costs involved were at the time. But if you are looking to get a 501c3, so if you're planning on spending or receiving, I should say, donations that that's less than $10,000, then that's one type of 501c3. But then if you're hoping or planning to possibly do more than $10,000 in revenue, then it's a little more expensive for that 501c3. And that's the one that I went for, because when you're doing something like this, you never know how big things are going to get. And so I wasn't going to shortchange the Loving Arms Foundation. So, so it took about 6 months to get that going. And it's been great. It's been great. Every year it gets better.
Excellent. All right, so we have a question from Sister Connie. I'm going to pull that up. Hope you guys can see that. So she's asking, first her question was about donations, and I put up the link to your website, and so did Sister Evelyn. She shared it out on Facebook. Thank you, Evelyn, for that.
Thank you.
So if someone wanted to donate clothing, do you have the capability to accept that, and how do they contact you?
So I normally, in fact, my basement is full of clothes and coats and things. We have coat drives and we give toys and we do a lot of different things during the course of the year. The only thing that I'm not accepting any clothing now with the coronavirus that's going on. So until we can kind of get situated with that, it's like, had to put a halt on it for now.
Yes.
But donations can be made through my website, which is lovingarmsfoundation.org, and you can make a donation right online. And if you want to volunteer as well, you can go online and sign up to be a volunteer. We do different things all through the course of the year. Although now with the pandemic that we have going on, I don't know. We normally do something for Mother's Day, where we work at a shelter and we provide food and clothes and dresses. We do a dress drive, which would have started already. But again, with the pandemic, that's something that we can't do. But during the course of the year, we do a lot of different things based on the season, based on a need that could arise. And so I'm always looking for volunteers.
Okay, very good. All right. All right. So Nicole and Eric, how long did it take for you to get your businesses registered before you can actually open up?
I literally, we have a sister in Christ that helped us and kind of told us the website and stuff to go on. And literally, I did it in bed one morning in like 15 minutes, not even.
Really?
And mine, I was free because we're not a nonprofit. And and I was able to print out my documents. I saved them to my computer and printed them out the next day when I went to work. So it wasn't really difficult at all. I think a lot of times we get so, overwhelmed. Like, we think like it's a big to do, but it's really not. It really was like literally minutes, and we have a legal document. We are a functioning business.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Okay. So let me ask you guys. So Tina, let's go back to you. So as far as getting the information and all the documents, your tax ID number, and getting registered, how did you find out how to get all of this information to start your nonprofit organization?
I just went online to the state of New Jersey's website and I got all the information that I needed. I didn't have to.
Really?
Yeah, I thought, like most people do think, I get calls all the time asking me if I can talk to them about what I did, and it's very easy. It's just a matter of going online, basically.
And you said go to the state website?
The state of New Jersey, yep.
Okay. So yeah, whatever state you're at, you're located, just go to that website, and they should have a business page in there. It's going to show you how to register your business and get set up in the system.
Step by step. It's very, very easy.
Yes, very easy.
Excellent. All right. So Nicole and Eric, you want to tell us about that experience for you guys?
Yes, like I said, Sister Kim Haley, I'm going to shout her out. She is a woman that we fellowship with. Our churches are family. And she was the one who actually, and our great apostle, he connected us all because she is in the same service industry that we're in. She also has a cleaning company. And so, she just gave me the link, and she was actually going to go through it with me step by step. But I said, let me just try it on my own. She was busy that morning. And like I said, literally, I went to the website, the state of New Jersey website, followed the steps, and 15 minutes or less, it was done.
Bam.
Yeah.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. How about that? Excellent. Excellent. All right. So now this question here, Tina, it doesn't really pertain to you because you don't really have a income stream coming in, so to speak. But I'm going to pose the question anyway. So the question is, how long did it take when you had your business operating? How many years, how many months did it take before the business was able to stabilize itself and be self-sufficient?
That really doesn't apply to me.
Okay.
But I will say this, as far as having a nonprofit, when you're doing some of the things that I do. So once you get out there and you start doing things, people start to see what you're doing, because sometimes people say, oh, I'm going to do this, and they never follow through. But once people see that you are really passionate about what it is that you do and you're consistent, they'll jump on board. And when you start getting more volunteers and you start getting the donations coming in, it helps to stabilize everything, because now you're not putting money out of your own pocket. You open up your business account, and you're able to totally separate your personal finances from your business, and you make that happen. But the longer you're into it, is definitely it stabilizes once you start really getting, and also I meet a lot of people along the way. So if I don't have the answers to certain things, I can point you right in the direction where you need to be. And it's so good to know so many people. It helps, again, to stabilize what it is that you're doing, or to maximize it, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so guys, if you can in any way, please go out and support her organization and what she is doing. She is truly a blessing to the community, always going out and giving. So her blessings are coming to her. So we just want to be in a place where we are supporting that, and any way that we can, even if it's just by volunteering, then go out and do so, because we need the help. We need to be helpful to our own people, and push the initiative forward. All right, so Eric and Nicole, if you guys, I forgot what the question was.
Have you been able to stabilize our business? Was that the question?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, how long did it take, or have you gotten to the point where the business is able to be self-sufficient? It's going to run by itself without you having to put money into it?
Not yet. We're still in the early stages, and we still both have to work full time. So no, not yet.
Okay, cool.
It's coming though.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So yes, it's very important that you guys understand that. So with most businesses, you're not going to see a profit within the first 2 years. So you're going to have to create resources to keep that business going. That's why so many businesses fail within the first 2 years, is because they don't have that money to sustain themselves. So it would be excellent if you can have a side job or some type of employment, another stream of income come in while you're starting to build out your business, until your business gets to a point where it can replace that income stream that you normally had. All right. So the next question is, so what were some of your biggest obstacles you had to face when starting your business? It's back to you, Tina.
Obstacles. Yes. I can't really say that I had many obstacles, because once I know that there's something that I want to do, I just go for it. And I really don't have it, even because I always feel like there's always more than one way to get something done. So for instance, while we were downtown Newark feeding the homeless that live in the park, once the mayor of Newark stopped that, we were able to I was able to go elsewhere, able to do something else. So I have a relationship with shelters, and so I was able to do things there, and it's always a way to get around things. So very few obstacles that really is not worth mentioning, actually,
Yeah.
because just got it done.
Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Amen. Amen.
All right. All right. All right. So Nicole and Eric, what were your biggest obstacles in starting your business?
We're,
Us.
us.
You were in your own way.
Yes. And then you
So
chose.
talk about that a little bit. What was
Well,
that? Fear?
like I said, he was always the dreamer. He,
Mhm.
I mean, since I've known him, it's always been about, he just knew that he was meant to be wealthy. He knew he loved to be rich. He knew, this was not for him. And for me, I was like, oh, get out of here with that. Because how you going to do that? I don't know. I don't know how you're going to do that. Because, well, and if you're going to do it, you're going to do it without me. Because, listen, I mean, So
Come on now.
us, and then, I mean, it just clicked where, we came together. And because I got to see him in a different way,
Right.
and God is our greatest testimony. I mean, having a relationship with Christ is our greatest testimony because, growing in Christ, and getting to see my husband beyond, getting to see him as God sees him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he's right. He's so much more than a handyman. You know what I mean? And I don't care what business he chooses or what road he takes. There's something truly special about this man. So, to serve him is an honor, to work beside him, and things like I don't have a problem with going on about him, so I'm gonna calm down. But
Talk about it. Talk about it.
people don't understand. They think I make it up, but it is honestly true. It is honestly a privilege and an honor to serve him. He's very creative. He thinks differently. He
Okay.
moves differently. But like I said, it just came together. It came together. We continued to pray. We continued to fight. And like I said, just seeing all that he went through. And it could have broke any other man, but he's continued to stand. He's continued to be, a husband and a father to our children. And it was just like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm just going to follow him in this because obviously this is not for him. Working a regular 9 to 5 is not for him. He knows who he is. So,
That's right.
Yeah, let's get there. So,
There you go. All right. All right. I love that. I love that. Yes, yes, yes.
Better. I'm so sorry.
All right, Tina. So we got a comment from Miss Connie over here.
Okay.
And she said she would love to come and volunteer.
Yes, me too.
You'll get a whole. It's a really great experience. So definitely, Sister Connie, we can definitely talk. You can go to my website, or I know that I recently subscribed, I believe, to your YouTube channel. So we can definitely connect and make it happen. Again, I just don't know when with the pandemic that we're going through right now. But definitely, hopefully by before Thanksgiving. I don't know how long that is going to take. We'll see how this thing evolves. But we do something. I do 3 days of giving for Thanksgiving. I do 3 days of giving out toys during the Christmas season. So we'll just see. We have to kind of play it by ear right now.
We see where it goes.
Yeah, but we can definitely make it happen.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So T, so what are some of the pros and cons in having a nonprofit organization?
The pros is always being able to come through for the people that are really looking for help. One of the things that I find that there's some people who are, I deal with a lot of young, not a lot of young, I shouldn't say that, but I deal with some young people who may have lived at the North Y and they'll say that they want certain things, but if I provide you with certain things and you don't follow through, I can't help you if you're not willing to help yourself. So
Amen.
I was getting frustrated at one point, but then I said, you know what? It just is what it is, because if I'm giving you a brand new living room set, or if I'm giving you brand new whatever, and you're not making yourself available, then that means that you really don't want it.
Say it again.
So yeah, I've really had to like just come to grips with, don't stress out about it, because there's always somebody that will need. And I meet people who have 5 children, single mother with 5 children, who does everything that I say. Okay, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and they get to see the fruits of their labor. And so yeah, the pros and cons, and then the cons are just certain things that may come your way, like I said, when the mayor stopped, he said that he would fine any organization, because at the Newark Peter Francisco Park downtown, there are a lot of people that live there, and there are a lot of people who go down with it. Some organizations, some churches, some just individual people to decide that they're going to get up and they're going to serve some hungry folks. And so being able to just channel all your efforts into a different direction is it's a great thing, and you learn how to get around certain things. But the cons is basically, I think, the lack of donations that I may receive. So I often find myself coming out of my pocket. But yeah, I would say just the lack of donations, because I can make anything else work.
Okay. So yeah, we're really going to work with you on that and see if we can get some more donations coming into your organization, so the vision can go forward. All right. So, all right, Eric and Nicole. So I'm just bringing up your Facebook page here. Let me I'm going to drop the link as well. So this is their Facebook page, Integrity Cleaning Services. You can find them on Facebook. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section momentarily. All right, so the question for you guys, Eric and Nicole, do you have any employees?
No, not at this time. It's just us.
Okay. All right. Are you looking to expand your business where you're going to have employees in the future?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good. All right. And Tina, do you have any volunteers within your organization?
I get volunteers all the time. I do have board members on the executive board. And so each person has their role, whether it's a community affairs liaison or the director, whatever it is, they're assigned certain things. And then I have those that volunteer that are like my dedicated volunteers, no matter what. When I reach out to them, they're available. They make themselves available. Right. So,
yeah, definitely need that, right?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. So, Timmy, tell me, do you get any tax breaks with your nonprofit?
Yeah, when you have a 501c3, you don't have to pay taxes on things. So if I go out and buy anything, or even like with Restaurant Depot, I don't have to pay taxes on anything. And then also I'm able to reach out to some organizations who, like I get food donated from Whole Foods. I get various things. It depends on whatever I need. But I'm always able to get either where I don't have to pay taxes, or I just get things donated to me because of the 501c3. So that's really great.
That's awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Good, yeah.
All right, so Eric and Nicole, you guys receive any tax breaks through your business that you're aware of?
No.
Okay.
But it's funny because I, being in the field that I'm in, working with the individuals, the program that I manage is a supported employment program. So I had talked with my husband when we, one of the visions that I had, just coming from my personal experience and my background, I wanted to also provide jobs for special need individuals.
Yeah.
So that's something, that'll probably get, obviously we have to grow the foundation first, but that's definitely something that I wanted to look into being able to provide, because, the service that we provide them is so meaningful to them. Again, like I said, I manage a day program, and, it's not a traditional day program. They actually get to work. So for 3 hours out of their day, we're paying them, and we're supporting them in their work environment. We're helping them, gain the different skills they need to go out and get competitive employment. And so I would like to, provide opportunities for them. And then even thinking in a broader range of, providing jobs for some of these young men that are coming out, of jail, juvenile institutions, and, because it's so hard for them to find work. But really, like mentorship, because like my husband, he used to do a lot early on in our marriage. He used to volunteer a lot of his time helping kids box. Like young men used to come seek him out to train them. And he did that for a number of years,
Nice.
Because again, like that's kind of just who we are. We like to work with people. We like to give. Like, some years ago, I was a part of a ministry where we did straight street ministry. Like we were, always, in community centers and feeding people. I used to make meals and stuff like that. I don't tell people that because I can cook. I just don't like to cook. Connie, no. Tammy can testify. I love to come to your house. Yeah, I used to, but now I enjoy doing that. Like I enjoy, because I think it was like once a month or twice a month, we used to all like make a dish, and we would go to, this huge community center in Lakewood. I remember they had like this tent city that was there where a lot of homeless people stayed. And so they would come and they would, get the word of God, the living bread, and then we would break bread with them. So, as we grow and as we continue to push, my thoughts just get carried away I just get carried away on my thoughts and like the possibilities of what we can really do with this business, more so than just, the typical cleaning. Like it can be so much more.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sister Evelyn says she need a meal.
But sis, listen, I got you.
All right. So T, getting back to you. So within your foundation, what gives you the greatest satisfaction in doing the work that you do?
The satisfaction of being able to help, being able to bless others. There have been many times in my life when I really wished at some point I received some kind of assistance, and it's not always monetary. By no means is it just monetary.
Right.
So when I know that there's a need, and there's a real serious need, not someone that's just trying to get a free meal, but a real serious need, to know that you're able to assist that person and bless that person is the most gratifying feeling that I could ever have.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Okay. Nicole and Eric, what is the most satisfaction feeling you get from doing the work that you guys do?
Oh wow. This seeing them smile, seeing them saying, what a wonderful job you did. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna tell other people about you. Things like that. I just love helping people. And another thing I wouldn't mind sometimes, not all the time, because people can take advantage, but sometimes I wouldn't mind, going out, cleaning people's homes. Just people who really need it, like the elders and things like that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. I'm working with him.
Okay. All right, that's awesome, brother. That's awesome. You got a good heart, for real.
Yes.
Thank you, Brother Rob.
Yes, sir. All right, so what is needed to take your business to your nonprofit to the next level?
To take it to the next level, I would definitely need a building. So what I've been doing now, And every nonprofit is different, but for the Loving Arms Foundation, I've been providing different services to families until I really get what it is that I ultimately want, which is to have a 3-story
Okay.
building. I like
Hmm.
to be able to house young adults between the ages of 21 and 30. And I chose
Okay.
that target audience because after the age of 21, kids they are they're just basically put out.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
this.
whether it's diapers, whether it's a group home. There's so many things that they age out. You're 21, you're aged out. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Oh,
I know at 21, although I was a mother at 21, I
Mm-hmm.
still
uh-huh.
needed a lot of assistance. I needed that guidance. I needed that mother figure, someone to be able to really help me get my life together,
Sure.
and become stable. And so that's what I want to provide to that age group, whether it's teaching
Excellent.
them how to balance a checkbook, job readiness. I want to have some substance counselors on because I know that there are a lot of homeless teens,
Mm-hmm.
or 19 or 20, but by the time they're 21, they're homeless and they're out back on the street. If they were homeless and then they moved into a facility, they ended up at 21 going back into the system. So
Oh,
just being
wow.
able to have, and what I like to be able to do is have a dorm style setting. So just as if they were going off to college and there were two
Mm-hmm.
people in the room,
Okay.
to make it
Right.
really feel like home rather than just putting a bunch of beds together and saying, okay, here you have a place to live, but being able to provide meals and a lot of different services within that. And so having that, I'd be able to uh, offer jobs to people, because I'd have to have
Mm.
round the clock care,
Yeah.
right? So
Absolutely.
somebody has to run it, somebody has to maintain the kitchen.
Yeah.
When I get my
Hmm.
van, they're going to be taking them to different doctor's appointments, different whatever it is, So, but
Okay.
that would take the Loving Arms Foundation to the next level by having my own business, and not having to venture out to schedule an appointment at somebody else's business.
Mm-hmm.
And although
Right. Right. Right.
that's offered to me, I've never had a problem. I can reach out to people and they say, "Oh, sure, you can use my office, but I need my own."
There you go. There you
So,
go. And,
Hmm.
and I like what you said.
since if
Did
you
y'all
look
catch it?
since you if you're looking for
Uh,
a business, you should talk to Sister Connie.
Okay.
uh, but no, Tina, I like what you said. You said when I get my van. You
Now.
didn't
Hmm.
say if.
Hmm.
When.
Hmm.
So yes,
It's coming.
destiny to do
It's
that.
coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Speak
So
on
I
it. Speak it into
so
it.
so listen. I have to just say real quickly, my battery is running low.
Oh.
So so we have to.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of. If I get disconnected, that's why. But I do
Oh.
also.
Okay. Okay.
I do also want to say that. Um, if you are passionate enough, for anybody that may be listening, if you are passionate about doing something that's within your heart, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I am living in my destiny. I used to ask God what what was the purpose of my life, like why was I here, what am I destined to do, and I know that what I'm doing now I'm destined to do. And so
Mhm.
with all the many blessings that I've had in my life, with all of the medical issues that I've had, I don't let anything get in the way of what it is that I'm doing, because I'm doing the work for God's people. And so
Amen.
when your mind and your heart is in the right place, you can't go wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
So you don't have to.
Yes.
Some people, you don't have to make a plan A, plan B. When you have your mind set on something that you want to do, whatever that may be, go ahead and do it, and don't let people tell you that you can't do it. Keep yourself
Hmm.
focused with people that are like-minded, not those that are the
Yeah.
naysayers. Because
There you go.
if somebody can easily talk you out of what your dream has been, then maybe that's really not your dream. It could
Yeah.
possibly be
Say
somebody
that.
else's dream.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So really be encouraged to know that you can do it. I was a single mother. My kids are grown now, 31 and 35, right? But I was a single mother struggling. I still managed to buy my house because I wanted a house. There were so many things that were obstacles and people telling me that I couldn't
Yes.
do it. But because
Right.
I knew exactly what I wanted, I wasn't letting anything deter me. And so even after being sick and having 2 brain surgeries, right, I'm still able to help so many people. And I always
Yes,
say,
you
if God never blesses me another day of my life, I am blessed for the rest of my life.
Amen.
Yes.
You
Amen.
know, so I just want to encourage anyone that's possibly listening that you can definitely do it, and it's not as hard as you think, but you have to have the passion for it.
Amen.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen. Most important. Most important. Yes, indeed. All right, Brother Eric and Nicole, same for you. What do you need to take your business to the next level?
I think consistency for us is the key, just to keep pushing. Again, it's still early for us taking it on, as new business owners. And we've even still, like, there's always something, there's always a bill that's got to be paid. Because we have other dreams too. We're trying to buy a house and we're getting closer to that.
Okay.
And like I said, we finally come together on wanting to build a business together. But then, again, we're working, and so it's like we've got a lot of things going on, but it's just about being consistent, and just
Mhm.
not giving up. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but we're pushing, right? We've got so many great people that support us, our leaders, our circle of brothers and sisters in Christ, you, Brother Rob,
Brother Rob, yes.
because like I said, this is just, it's so awesome. Like, I just happened to be scrolling the other day and I saw what you were doing. I'm like, okay, I'm taking all these notes and stuff. And I'm like, and then we get this opportunity, and it's like, listen, God is
Awesome.
good. We just have to keep pushing. Just keep, keep
All the
believing.
time.
Just keep
Mhm.
believing.
And stand focused on Him.
Amen.
Amen.
You stay focused on Him, everything else will fall into place.
There you go. Get that right.
Amen.
All right, T, we're gonna try to speed this up. I know your battery's running low. I don't want you to get cut out. So, how has this pandemic affected your business?
It's basically kept me in the house. Which is done for everyone. But as far as,
Yeah,
and I'm a
yeah.
very hands-on kind of person, I'm not able to. The last time, and I have to say this real quick too. Rob has
Mhm.
been such a blessing to the Loving Arms Foundation. Whenever I pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Rob, I need to get some furniture from point A to point B. It could be South Jersey, wherever," and he makes himself available, and I so greatly appreciate it because so many people need, and they don't have the means of getting the furniture that I'm donating to them, right? And so Rob is
Right.
able to really just come and bless us. So the last time we picked up furniture which was in Bloomfield.
Mhm.
We had just, like, they really started talking about the coronavirus, and so we got furniture from a house that was vacant, and the realtor was giving us the furniture, and that was actually the last time. So
Yeah.
there's an organization, nonprofit called the Furniture Assist. They're in Springfield, and
Mhm.
I'm not able to send any of the people that come to me. I get clients all the time that just come. Whatever it is, if it's bedroom furniture, appliances, that sort of thing, I'm able to normally send them to them. But of course, they're closed because they're affected by this pandemic. So,
Right.
but even yesterday, I was still able to make 120 sandwiches and get water and things. And I had somebody come pick it up, though. Like, normally, I'm out giving it out.
Mhm.
But because I have underlying conditions, I have to be smart, of course, right? So
Yes.
I was able to get those things out to some shelters just yesterday. So it's
Very
affected me,
good.
but
Oh,
Oh,
I think we
Tina.
lost you.
Oh no, she back. She back. Miss Tina.
Oh, you back?
She was
Nope,
back.
gone again.
When we lost her.
She doing her Houdini act. Okay. All right. So same question for you guys. Her battery probably died out on her. So
Yeah.
yeah, same question for you guys. How has
It,
the pandemic affected your business?
yeah, it's just kind of slowed down our advertising and promoting is by way of, because my husband, he does a lot of footwork. You know, he goes out. You know, he'll drive around at times and he'll drop our flyers off at different places and stuff like that. You know, so it's just kind of slowed that down. And then some of the clients that we do have, you know, postponed our coming out because, you know, and I really, like I said on yesterday, I really don't mind because, you know, we are frontline workers anyway. So we're already, you know what I mean? And by the end of the day, I was just like exhausted because it's like, you know, we have to be so careful, so mindful, so cautious. So, you know, she's there.
Back just for a minute.
Okay. But yeah, but it, you know, but I think more than anything, it just gives us some time to like set up our business plan, like really kind of fine tune some areas where we've kind of need some growth in, some more understanding, especially in advertising and promoting, because we're not like, we are both kind of introverts for the most part. I push myself a bit more because we can't both be, you know, silent. Somebody got to be, you know, somebody got to say something. So, but still, I'm a bit shy too, still, you know, and he's shy, but he won't really tell nobody but God. But, you know, so we really have to push ourselves in that area. But yeah, so just, you know, so we just taking this time for some fine tuning, you know, just getting to know more about, you know, our craft, you know what I'm saying? Just what's out there as far as that can help us a little bit more in advertising. And Brother Rob, you've been great as well because you came on as an administrator for our page. So you help us out. You've helped us out a great deal. Where that's concerned, and you always, you know, you always reach out. You always make sure that there's anything new. You're always sharing that with us. So that definitely helps. And you know, like I said, this is just taking it to, you know, a new level. So, and I told my husband the other day because I'm actually due to be starting a different position soon. And I told my husband, I said, you know, I told God, you know, if I have to sacrifice, because, you know, the job that I'm going to be taking, I'm going to be working with people struggling with addiction. And so I'm like so excited. I'm so excited to get to serve in that area because I have so much experience. But again, we're trying to build a business. And, you know, I told God, I said, listen, if I've got to sacrifice this dream to push this forward, because I just cannot see his gift lie dormant anymore. So, you know, I told God, I said, listen, if I got to let this go to push this forward, then I'm willing to go. So yeah, we're just taking this time, especially for me, like I said, because I'm doing most of the administrative part, just to fine tune, you know, my understanding of the market, you know, people's needs and expectations, you know, when you're coming into their house and things like that, and just going from there.
All right. Excellent. But yeah, guys, you know, I'm just going to continue to help you guys out with the marketing and promotion of your business. So we'll get you out there. We'll get you out there. Don't worry about that. No problem. So I just want to say hello to Robin Treats. She has joined us. Thank you for joining me.
She's another entrepreneur too.
Okay.
Yes. She's another.
She's the one that made that.
Yes.
Yes. What, pineapple something?
It was peach cobbler cake.
Peach cobbler cake. Now that's different.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm
that was the truth right there.
Listen. It was awesome. Okay. Yeah, she does that.
Put it to the test then.
I'm trying to lose weight. I'm staying away from her.
Yeah. The anointing. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem right there. Woo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're gonna check it out.
Please do.
All right, excellent. All right, so guys, so where do you see your business in the next 5 years? Let's go back to you, Tina.
I see the Loving Arms Foundation just an echo from me.
Somebody have their volume on?
No, not me.
I haven't done anything differently. That's why I have my
Okay.
earplugs in. But
Okay.
yeah, just being able to help as many as I can, being able to branch out not to just Essex or Union County again, but to other counties. It could be Middlesex, it could be Bergen, wherever it is. So to be able to set up more than one business, like more than one building. So
Mhm.
several buildings, being able to just be able to provide the services um, in different counties within New Jersey.
Okay. Okay. Tita, hold on. Let me mute your mic and see if it's coming from your phone. No, I don't know where I'm getting that echo. Y'all hear it?
Yeah, I hear it too. Yeah,
I hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
maybe
All
somebody.
right. So yeah, we're gonna have to talk up a little bit.
I don't know if that could affect us. Maybe somebody else
Say it again.
watching. I don't know. Could it be? Could it possibly be
No,
somebody watching?
only if they were here within the live stream with
Oh,
us.
okay. Yeah, we don't have anything on. No TV. No.
Yeah, neither do I.
That's fine. All right. So Eric and Nicole. So where do you guys see your business in the next 5 years?
Hmm. Very successful. Um, a door opener, like my wife said, for people that's come out, incarceration, things like that. Helping helping the homeless, helping people with mental issues and things like that. I look at it as thriving, and very successful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. So the last question, I want to know what inspired you guys. So Tina, let's go back to you. What inspired you to start your business?
It inspires me. Um, I would say just to be knowing that there was something that I wanted to do to be of service, and because of the many blessings that I've had, um,
Hmm.
to watch certain people. And there are a lot of organizations that I've collaborated with and love doing it, but watching other people being able to serve really inspired me to want to really kind of know that that's exactly what it was that I wanted to do. Something similar, not the same, but
Mhm.
there's so much work that needs to be done. There's so many people
Hmm.
that need help. So one organization can't do it. So whether you're collaborating or they're getting more volunteers, um, but watching others that really have a love for people, just watching them and being inspired.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Eric and Nicole, who has inspired you guys?
I would say our leader,
Mhm.
our apostle
Mhm.
for Embassy Deliverance and Worship Center. Um,
Yeah.
yes, Apostle Mark Anthony Edwards the second. Um, he really inspired us. This last episode with my husband,
Hmm.
being let go from a position, it was really like, okay,
Yeah.
something is really wrong here. And when we said it to him, it was like, finally, it was like somebody saw we were seeing, and he was like, okay, God just don't want you to have no job. Like, because,
Mhm.
so we got to figure
Yeah.
something else out. And so, we continued to pray. He prayed for us, and he just always encouraged us. Like I said, he really pushes
Mhm.
entrepreneurship. He
Mhm.
truly pushes us to be great and strive for excellence, not to settle, because
Yes.
he's always
That's right.
pushing the envelope. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Always.
Try to take you to the next level.
Yeah. Like he
Mhm.
just does not settle,
Mhm.
and that's not easy. That's not easy for his daughter. He
He
knows that.
he
So,
strive for excellence.
yeah. So, but just having him and, loving on us and talking with us and being patient with
Mhm.
us, me in particular.
Mhm.
Um, you know, so yeah, he was a great inspiration to us. And then my husband has been an inspiration to me as well, because he's never given up. Like I said, this is always what he wanted to do.
Mhm.
That's always what he wanted to do. And, finally be able to see him as God saw him. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. All right. So, guys, we're just about going to wrap this up. Um, so, do you have any closing comments that you would like to make? Some words of inspiration to our listeners out there? Tina?
Are you starting with me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
So, again, I'll just say to never give up on your dreams. When you are passionate about something, work hard at it, and it can definitely happen. Um, Something that was told to me by a few men in business was that when you are a nonprofit organization and you have uh, a board of directors, sometimes it doesn't work out with the board. Sometimes you end up being by yourself, or sometimes you just um, have to find people who have, that have a fire, that want to just get out and do the same things. It's hard to find people that are passionate about your dream. So
Mhm.
when you run up against something like that, just make sure that there's help out there. There are plenty of volunteers, but you can't do it. Just stick to it. It's really about being consistent um, and prayerful. That always that definitely really helps. It goes a long way. And so that's basically it. Just staying true to who you are, definitely,
Yes.
and having a plan and executing that plan.
Amen. Amen. All right. Very good. Oh, Brother Eric, Sister Nicole,
She's
any words of
she
inspiration and
just about
encouragement?
said it all. She just about said it all. Stay focused. Keep pressing forward. Keep God first. He will make a way out of no way. Um,
Fear
Hmm.
is not an option.
yes, yes. Fear is not an option. Yes.
There you go.
Ask
No.
for the help you need. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yes. Open your mouth, as they always say. Closed mouths don't get fed. So
Yes, sir. Say that. Say that. Hmm.
And be teachable.
yes, and be humble.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. 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 Yes, 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 yes. All right, guys. So, yes, I want to thank you all for coming on board and sharing your experiences and tips with us all. I hope that our audience has enjoyed this session. This is the first of what we hope will be many.
Yes.
Um, so, a quick question to you guys out there listening. So, originally, I wanted to do these interviews on a Thursday and on a Saturday around noontime. But the response has been that everybody wants to come on a Thursday. So my thinking is that more people want to do this during the week. So instead of doing the Saturday, I'm contemplating doing it either a Monday or a Tuesday, depending on what you guys are saying. What days would you see best suited for you to continue doing these interview sessions? Would it be a Monday or Tuesday and a Thursday, or would you like to see it go on a Saturday? So just leave a comment, and that'll give us a better idea of where we should schedule our next interview session. Yeah, I'm still hearing that echo. I don't know where that's coming from.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Uh, so I don't know where that's coming from. All right, so Brother Derek says Thursday morning. So mornings are going to be
Robin likes
rough. It's
Tuesdays.
going to be rough during the week because
Yeah.
some people are still working and
Mhm.
got a lot of things going on. They're working from home.
Mhm.
So if we're going to do it, it's going to have to be in the evening, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday is not the problem. The other day is the Monday or Tuesday. We want to start scheduling some guests for those days as well. So those are the days I want to see
Mhm.
what would be best for you guys. Monday or Tuesday or a Saturday. Which ones do you think? So Robin says Thursday also. Everybody loves Thursday.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Mondays too.
Like Monday.
Yeah, I like Monday. That's my favorite day of the week.
Okay. Yeah, you did say that.
I mean, I like Sunday
Connie
too.
had said, okay, Sister Connie says Monday or Saturday. Okay.
I mean, it just clicked where we came together, and because I got to see him in a
So
different
Derek
way.
says yes. Robin Treat says Monday also. Okay. All right. So it's going to be Monday. Monday at 6, we will set up for the next interview session. So for any of you business owners out there that would like to come on and, get the opportunity to speak about your business and what you are doing, please, by all means, contact me. You can do that either through Facebook or on YouTube, and we will make arrangements, and we'll set up a date to have you come on and talk about your business and what you're doing. All right. All right, guys. So once again, my name is Rob Mccray for the Business Building Network, and for Brother Eric and Sister Nicole from Integrity Cleaning Services, and from Tina Thomas of the Loving Arms Foundation. We want to thank you all for joining us for this first of what will be many interview sessions with local, well, not just local, but all business owners across the world. So we just want to thank you for joining us for this time, and we look forward to seeing you on Monday. Monday will be the next day. Yeah, for our next session. So thank you all. God bless and have a wonderful evening. Take care.
God bless. Love you, Brother Rob. Proud of you, brother.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you,
bless.
everybody that logged on.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.